Let's apply recursive and iterative functions into programming. We have three examples of recursive functions with its corresponding iterative functions. The first one is the factorial. How can you solve n factorial using a recurrence relation? Let's take a look with its formula. We say that n factorial is equal to n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 times so on times 2 times 1. But 2 times 1 is 2 factorial. So, n factorial is equal to n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 and so on times 2 factorial. And so on. So that is n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 times 3 factorial and so on until we reach the n times n minus 1 factorial. Therefore, n factorial is equal to n times n minus 1 factorial, and this is a recurrence relation. So the general format for factorial is f sub n is equal to n times f sub n minus 1. Since explanations were done during the lecture, I will show you the answer. So these are the codes for the iterative and the recursive factorial. So the recursive factorial, the basis is if n is 0, that the 0 factorial is 1, and you will return n times n minus 1 factorial. In the iterative, you will start from 1, then you multiply it by itself and I. I here is the n, okay? And then you return f. The next example is a power function. How can we create a recurrence relation for this? Simple, because x raised to y is equal to x times x raised to y minus 1. So this is already a recurrence relation. So in general, the format is the power of b e p sub b e is equal to p sub b e minus 1 times b. Okay? So this is the code for the recursive power and the iterative power. Then let's go to our final example, the Fibonacci sequence, which is given by f sub n is equal to f sub n minus 1 plus f sub n minus 2. The basis part is not if n equals 0, return 0, else if n is equal to 1, return 1, and else. Why do you think so? Please answer it during the discussion. Because here the basis is if n is 0 or 1, return n. And you return the recursive part. In the iterative part, we will start with f sub 0 equals 0 and f sub 1 is equal to 1. And we will start with the subscript equals to up to n. The body of the for loop here is to transfer the f sub 1 to f sub 2 and the new value of Fibonacci to f sub 1, and finally we will return f sub 1. Okay? So are you ready for our laboratory number 5? You have no choice but to be ready. Okay? So good luck everyone.